I met someone on Tinder last week. The first 2 dates were pretty good. I really liked the guy. I thought he was friendly, handsome, and we got along. I agreed to the 3rd date because I felt safe. The man suggested I come to his house and we could have some wine. At the beginning, everything was fine. We were having a nice conversation, but after a while I started to feel a strange sensation. I immediately realized that I had been drugged because I had been through something like this before, so I had to be very clever. I acted cheerfully as if everything was fine, and I quickly left under the pretext of going to the bathroom. I locked the door. Then I called the police and explained the situation. I told them I was drugged, I was locked up, and they had to come and get me out of here immediately. Then I passed out. I was woken up by the police, but I still felt very drugged. The only thing I remember was when the police put a bag over my head. A few days later I had to give a statement at the police station. After I did so, I was asked if I remembered correctly that the police put a bag over my head, or if it was my imagination because of the drugs. I asked them if they actually put a bag over her head, and they said they did because they decided that it would be too traumatic for her to see what he had prepared and set up for her in the living room when he was carrying me out. It gives me goosebumps. The man went to jail, and to this day I don't know what the man had in mind for me, but it's clear that it was a very awful, incredibly frightening situation that could have ended in a terrible way. Please, please, please always let someone know when you plan to go on a Tinder date, even if you feel safe, even if it is not your first date. Always ask a friend to call and check up on you during and after the date to let you know you are safe. I will never forget the first time I used Tinder. It was winter break 2022, and most of my college friends had gone home. I didn't have a girlfriend, and I didn't have much of a plan, so I figured why not try this app that everyone was talking about. Here's the night it all started. It was Thursday night, around 8 or 9 o'clock. I downloaded the app right away and started creating the profile. I scanned my photo albums and picked 4 photos that I thought would attract attention. I didn't really do the witty Tinder bio thing. I just wrote that I was 5'8" inches tall, that I played hockey at a big university, and that I liked to play sports. I quickly used up all the likes I could use and didn't get any matches. As a confident person, I have to admit that not being matched with anyone was a blow to my ego. As I was deciding to delete the app, I was startled by the vibration of my phone. I was excited by the message, "Congratulations, you have a new match." This was one of the most attractive girls I had ever seen on the app. She had 4 different photos and was the same age as me, studying at a big university. We started messaging and we quickly became intimate. I decided to make the conversation more personal and asked for her number. She gave it to me right away, and I waited a minute so I wouldn't look desperate. However, I noticed that my messages were being sent as SMS, which meant that she wasn't using iMessage. I didn't know if his number was real or fake, but we went ahead with our plans to meet. We decided to go to his house. But when I got there, I saw a shadow through the curtains of the house, and I sent a text message telling me to go inside. But I felt a sense of suspicion, and I was startled. As I looked around to investigate, I noticed that there were no lights on inside the house. I quickly sent another text message, but I saw a cell phone screen glowing from inside. When I realized that someone was hiding there, it made the situation even stranger. Filled with fear, I made a decision and quietly walked away. When I got home and started to feel safe, I saw several new messages waiting on my phone screen. But some of these messages were quite creepy. The person on the other end started to tell me that he wanted me very much, and this excited me. In between messages, he said that he knew my appearance very well and that he had my phone number. It was a horrible experience, and it kept me away from online dating apps. I finally met the right person in the real world, and we are in a happy relationship. I realize that apps are not always reliable, so we have to be careful.